The moon was just added to a list of threatened cultural sites. A campaign launches in the Netherlands to not complain for 30 days. And an adult film star is being slammed online for offering dates to the Los Angeles firefighters. These are the weird stories on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian inside a closet. The moon was just added to a list of endangered cultural sites for the very first time. I assume it's because of something humans did. Aren't we something? 12 men walk on a piece of land, and they screw it up permanently. The moon is now endangered. I don't know about you, but I'm very concerned. Without the moon, what will we use to tell fortunes? It's very important. Okay, let me read the article and get serious here. The moon has been placed on a list of endangered heritage sites. I didn't even know it was a heritage site. I thought you had to be accessible to be a heritage site. Is the sunken Titanic also a heritage site? I'll bet it is. Now, this moon has been placed on the threatened site list owing to fears of potential looting. Oh, people are threatening to loot the moon? What's on the moon that's so valuable? I was unaware. Maybe those moon rocks are pretty valuable. And I heard moon dust is really good for a rave. So, yeah. Did you guys ever hear that story about that kid that stole a bunch of moon rocks from like JPL or NASA or something so he could put them under his mattress so him and his girlfriend could have sex on the moon? I'm not making this up. This is real. Anyways, he got in big trouble because apparently those moon rocks are worth like millions of dollars. So maybe looting the moon is a concern. The other concern, and another reason why it was put on this endangered list, is fear of destruction caused by planned commercial trips. Apparently there's going to be some commercial trips to the moon. I don't know who can afford such things. Billionaires, most likely. And if you let billionaires go prance around on the moon, you know something's going to go down. They're going to pollute it with empty champagne bottles. Probably step all over Neil Armstrong's footprints, right? Take pieces of the Apollo that are left over. Yeah, you can't trust these billionaires to leave the moon intact. Gonna need some moon bouncers up there. Hey, that's gonna be a gig in the future, guys. Moon bouncers. Gotta make sure that no one's misbehaving on the moon when they're visiting it for a commercial flight. Now, let's give you some facts so you can learn something. There's something called the World Monuments Funds, and they have a watch list that includes vulnerable cultural sites on planet Earth. But the president of this organization said the moon was included among the 25 sites this year because of mounting risks amidst accelerating lunar activities, which were, in the president's opinion, undertaken without adequate preservation protocols. Now, you're probably wondering, what kind of lunar activities, Jonesy? Well, private trips to the lunar surface are expected pretty soon. They've scheduled them for mid-2027. These visits and other government-funded missions are the main cause for concerns for this organization. There is particular anxiety about tourists disturbing famous sites, such as the footprints that were left by Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. That's what I just said. Yeah, well, I mean, we're going to need security guards to sit alongside those footprints, make sure visitors don't come over and pounce all over it. Here's a quote from this president of this organization who really gives a damn. He says, "For the first time, the moon is included in our list to reflect the urgent need to recognize and preserve the artifacts that testify to humanity's first steps beyond Earth, a defining moment in our shared history." There's also items up there left behind, such as a camera that captured the televised moon landing. There's a memorial disc left by astronauts Armstrong and Aldrin. There's hundreds of other objects that are emblematic of this legacy. And safeguarding lunar heritage is important. It will prevent damage from accelerating private and governmental activities in space, ensuring these artifacts endure for future generations. Yeah, got to protect the moon. It's a very important site, obviously. I'm surprised that all of the stuff's still up there intact. The footprints haven't been disturbed. I guess there must be very little wind on the moon, right? And it doesn't rain because that would wash away the footprints. I'm not really smart. I don't know what goes on up in the moon. Do you guys think that my closet that I record this podcast in for like 2,000 episodes would be a protected heritage site at some point in the future? The Netherlands has launched a campaign to not complain for 30 days. That's right, a campaign of no complaining for 30 days is launching in the Netherlands. It happened on Monday, and the timing was no accident because Monday was known as Blue Monday, the most depressing day of the year. Are you familiar with Blue Monday? I thought it was pretty depressing for other reasons. I won't get into that. All right, I'll share it with you. I had diarrhea for a good portion of the day, so for me it was a Blue Monday. What were you guys thinking? It was because of something political? No. We got here a lady. Her name is Isabel Gonnisson. She launched this positivity campaign in Belgium 7 years ago. She was tired of all the whining, moaning, and complaining. The Netherlands and Belgium are world champions at finding something wrong in everything. This lady now is calling on everyone in the Netherlands to sign up and commit to stop grumbling. She wants people to stop and think, why am I grumbling? Why am I complaining right now? And is it necessary? You can join her challenge. Sign up for the complaint barometer. Okay. I guess that's your phone listening to you, and then it lets you know, you've been complaining all day, bro. This lady says, it is not meant to reprimand you if you do complain, but just to track it and see how often you do complain, which can be an eye-opener for people. Well, I mean, I'm sure this will help bring awareness to your own complaining. I don't know if the Dutch will be able to stop. Apparently, they're big-time complainers. I didn't know that. It kind of makes sense, though. They don't have a sun, so yeah, it's just the sun doesn't shine over there. I find it common for people that live in perpetually crappy weather to complain quite a bit, which is why everybody I know back home in New England complains quite a bit. I'm still carrying around this complaint behavior that I grew up on, which rubs people the wrong way in sunny California because they often look at me like, what do you have to complain about? Look, the sun is shining every day. And then I'm over here going, yeah, but there's plastic in my testicles, bro. Don't you think about these things? Sheesh. Yeah, I don't think I could even go 30 days without complaining. I probably couldn't go 3 hours without complaining about something, to be honest. But there's a lot to complain about. Someone's got to do this heavy lifting, you know? If I stop complaining, then others are going to have to complain more, and I'm not about that, all right? I'll take this on myself. You should get out your complaints, by the way. I think it's very therapeutic. Don't hold that in, man. I mean, it sounds great, don't complain for 30 days, but what's going to be the fallout of that? By the time that month is up, people are going to be at each other's throats because they kept it in. It should be the opposite. We should establish national and international complaining days. Like today is complain about the weather day. You know, next month you got complain about your family day. Complain about the price of things day. Complain about your crappy sports teams day. Complain about portion sizes and the fact that I can't afford a doctor. Well, get it all out. We should have complaint groups. Why don't we have these? People get together to complain. It's healthy for the culture, I think. Complaint sessions. You announce your name. Hey, I'm Jonesy, and I'm here. Well, I'm here because people don't drive the speed limit in this damn town. I mean, how do you not? What is the deal, man? And we got to fix the roads? How about they fix the roads? I pay taxes around here, and they're not fixing roads. And these movies, these superhero movies. When are we going to be done with the superhero movies, huh? Do I got to keep watching old Hollywood stars like Harrison Ford all of a sudden morph into a supervillain with abs? I mean, it's disgusting to watch these things. All right, in case you're wondering what people complain about over in the Netherlands, this woman says, people over here like to complain most about traffic, work, and not getting refunds. I don't know what not getting refunds means. You mean tax returns? Blue Monday is described here. Did you know about Blue Monday? It says Blue Monday typically falls on the third Monday of January, but has also happened on the second or fourth Monday of the month. And some experts have calculated that this day is the most depressing day of the year. Blue Monday only affects the northern hemisphere because it takes the weather conditions into account. January is summertime in the southern hemisphere, in case you don't know, so Blue Monday isn't in our winter down there. I'm learning about Blue Monday. This is helpful information. I did not know about it. I knew about Manic Monday. That's the day that you wish it was a Sunday, because that's your fun day. Your I don't have to run day. But then, it's better than a Manic Monday.
Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile and get fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So whether you're playing a game at home,
yes, goal,
or attending one live, you can do more without spending more. Learn how to save at cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. 2H 2023. Results may vary, not an endorsement. Other restrictions apply.
Let's rock.
An adult film star is being slammed for offering Los Angeles firefighters a date night for their efforts in fighting the fire. Well, the Bible teaches us help arrives in very mysterious ways. Just be open to it. Following these devastating fires in Los Angeles, a patriotic porn star offered her thanks to the firefighters in her own very unique way. But ultimately, she took the brunt of the damage after being roasted online for trying to support these heroes. Her name is Rochelle Ryan. She went viral for her support of Donald Trump recently. She also spoke up in a recent interview on her desire to be a sugar mama for all the brave first responders handling the disasters. I don't see why we have to mention her politics in this particular piece, but people can't stay out of it. They got to keep politics in everything. I try to keep it out of Weird AF News, if you didn't notice. A little bit anyways. I try to do my best because I know it can really trigger people. So I try to just keep it weird, funny, and not like fun facts so we learn things. Like we just learned about Blue Monday. And maybe you learned about Manic Monday because you didn't know Manic Monday existed. I could sing you the song if you don't believe me. Anyways, this Trump supporter, she's a porn star and she's showing some love and support for the firefighters. She said, quote, "God bless our first responders. That's all I can say. I want to be one of their sugar mamas. I want to take them all out on a date." That's really sweet of her, She wants to thank the boys. She doesn't bake banana bread, guys. She does other things. I don't see what the issue is. Are people slamming her online? Before you slam her, we might want to find out what the firefighters think of this, Let the firefighters speak for themselves before you slam this lady. She goes on to say, "The things that you might have seen me doing on my OnlyFans." You can imagine what those are, guys. Those things. She says, "Well, it would be my way of paying it forward to our first responders." Oh, boy. We can only imagine what that is and wonder, is she going to service them all at the same time or in a row? How's it going to go? In other news, the Los Angeles firefighters can no longer fight fires because they're very itchy down there. Okay, now, as you can imagine, this woman's suggested services were anything but appreciated by online readers as they slammed her actions for being, quote, so cheap. Oh, yeah, well, what are these readers doing to keep up the morale of the first responders, huh? We got a quote from one sourpuss who says, "I hope these firefighters have enough respect to just say no to her offers." Again, maybe we want to hear the firefighters speak for themselves on this issue. Another person asks, "Does she know there are millions of women with her skill set? She's not special." I don't think she's saying that she's special. I think she's just saying, here, guys, you know what I do? If you would like some of that, I would like to give it to you because I think what you're doing is very heroic and needs to be rewarded. And what kind of argument is there are millions of women with her skill set, she's not special? I mean, you're just attacking her for no reason, really, at this point. Yeah, there's also a lot of people in LA that have hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank, but I don't see them out there just handing it over to the people that have been misplaced from the fires. So it's not about what you have, it's about what you do with it. And again, this is her department. This is her business. Starbucks has been offering free tall coffees and tall iced coffees to the service people. She's offering what she has. Wow. I'll tell you, you know what this comes from? This just comes from a bunch of Puritan values that still linger in the culture. That's what I think. heavy religious tones as well. There are still people out there that believe sex is for making babies only. I mean, those people are just in perpetual concussion protocol as far as I'm concerned. I don't know. Maybe you disagree with me. You want to call the show? 646-450-2012.
Oh, Pod Daddy.
The NFL playoffs are better with FanDuel because right now new customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. That's $300 in bonus bets if you win your first $5 bet. FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. 21 plus in present and select states. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Good luck with your life, man.
Hello, my friends and my loyal listeners. Thanks for spending some more time with the Weird AF News podcast. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a nice week. If you haven't yet subscribed to the show, please consider doing so. I do weird news 5 days a week, and on Friday it's just weird news from Florida. I try to keep it clean for the most part, and I try to find the weirdest stories from around the world that I can. And yeah, so that's what we do around here. I also do terrible accents, you should know, and I sing a little bit. Yeah, and I do bad impressions as well. And sometimes because I have some ADD issues, I just go off on these random thoughts on the show that sometimes have nothing to do with the story. Sometimes do. Here's an email. here's an email I got. I read emails too, the nice ones and the bad ones. I read reviews, the good ones and the terrible ones as well. Here's the email from Catherine Zarafa, which is an amazing name. Catherine Zarafa. Sounds very exotic. Catherine writes, "Hi, Jonesy. I love your podcast. I'm a cat in London, England." She's a cat. Get it, guys? Because she's Catherine. She says she's a cat in London, England. Anyways. She says, "I listened to you every morning. It's gloomy here in London." No kidding, Cat. It's gloomy in London. You probably had a blue Monday. Maybe you had a manic Monday. Oh. And you wished it was a Sunday. Oh, 'cause that's your fun day. Anyways, Kat says it's gloomy in London. I don't know why people live in London. Kat, move away. You know, you have control over your body in three-dimensional space. You don't have to be in a foggy, cold place that gives you the sniffles all year long. I don't know why people live there. I don't know why people live in San Francisco either. Anyways, she says it's gloomy in London, but I bring sunshine. You bring me sunshine in the cold mornings, Jonesy. Keep up the good work. Good luck with your life, man. Isn't that sweet from Kat in London? We appreciate Kat. A very nice email. If you want to write me a lovely email like the lovely Catherine did, please use funnyjones@gmail.com. Or you can DM me on my Instagram as well, @funnyjones, if you'd like to do that. I take constructive criticism as well. I don't often listen to it, but you're feel free to rant if you'd like. I will read it. Lastly, if you want to support the show by buying me coffee or a Guinness, go to weirdafnews.com. You can join the Patreon or you can buy me coffee, but I'll probably spend it on a Guinness. Why, Jonesy? You ask why? Well, because the year is starting off not so great for me. I don't know about you, but for me. So I need Guinness right now.